It's Honcho,
And this is Mo.
and welcome back to the TheHonchoMoShow. Today we have a special guest. He's a jack of all trades, a man of many talents, Haziel Rodriguez.
Hello.
Wow, what a person we have. Actually, he is in our briefcase society, which is why we have the briefcase. Regardless of that,
I don't know what's in it yet, so can't wait to find out.
how old are you?
I'm 23 years old.
23, just like us. And the inspirational part of it is he is doing what we are doing. He's here to inspire the world. Can you explain how we can inspire this lost generation?
I would say, most importantly, having a strong moral compass. I think it starts with that. Another thing is make sure you have the right people around you.
Of course.
Make sure you're not just overall, it's just make sure you're doing the right things for the right reasons.
I agree with that.
We have all said today that nobody, especially those in our age group, they're lost in the sauce.
Yes,
Sure,
I know
I see.
you're lost, most likely.
We all once were, but we all find a way to get out, as we say and we repeat over and over again. So talking about people around you, what do you think about the society and the people around you right now?
I think right now, especially our society, we're in the middle of a spiritual war. Us versus parents, us versus friends, us versus teachers, mentors, us versus the world. That's what we're experiencing right now.
Yeah, I would also add to that, more than that, as he basically instigated, us versus ourselves. We
Yes.
destroy ourselves.
Yes,
We are our worst enemy
that is true.
because we have no passion, we have no vision, we have no plan. And we dangle in this NPC mindset that we have been taught by the system. We need to destroy that.
You got that right.
They call it the void. You don't want to be lost in the darkness. The dark forces want you lost in that place of no return, they like to call it. How can you explain to the viewer how to get out of that place of no return?
Don't be afraid. I think it starts with that. I think it starts with not being silent. Because I'll say, speaking for myself, especially my friend group, what would be more important? It's like, for example, you have heaven and hell. I believe heaven and hell is real. I'm sure you do too. Wouldn't you want your best friend in heaven with you?
Of course.
Wouldn't you want your family in heaven with you? Or and this is a long shot. Even random people I meet in the street, I wouldn't wish hell on anybody.
Of course not.
So wouldn't you do whatever it takes to make sure they're there with you?
Whatever.
At peace, happiness, love, prosperity. Wouldn't you want that for everybody?
Everybody I meet, even my enemies.
Yeah.
And it takes a strong man to want the best for his enemies. But it's what it takes. It is what it takes.
More than that, hell on earth exists now, as we have said, spiritual warfare.
Yes, we're among it.
We're among it.
But we are battling these spirits, demons, and entities. God is on our side, and we're fighting the devil.
Step one is acknowledging the problem. If you don't know you're in a spiritual battle, you're going to stay lost in the sauce. You're going to be the average Joe, and you're not going to want change.
You're not going to want to change.
You're going to want to stay comfortable. You're going to want to be you want to stay there. You're going to want to be comfortable. You don't want growth. You don't want change. You don't want to be a different person. You don't want to unlock the best version of yourself that can affect the next person around you, the next person after you, and those that actually have taught you. Because little do you know, you could be teaching them as well.
You need an enlightened mindset to even understand what he said. But for you, I would say, unfortunate ones out there, how bored are you with your life? You must be insanely bored. Well, that just shows, step number one, that just shows that you're living the wrong life. And the fact that you can't, I know some of you can't understand what it means to have a positive aura, to walk into every single situation in life with power, with people looking up to you, with people saying, you know what, he's doing something. I could do the same.
That's the important thing, execution. It's different when you're talking about something, and it's different when you're pursuing it.
And we're going to keep drilling these points into your mind because we really need to get it across to you. You can't accomplish what you want sleeping in all day.
You
know
got
what I
that
mean?
right. Amen to that.
You
Can't
need
be
to
very
wake up
happy.
early. You need to wake up early, get what you need done, write a list, make a list if you have to. Just do what you need to do to succeed.
If you're comfortable, make yourself uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Get rid of everything you don't want. Xbox. Go crazy. Get rid of your bed. Get rid of your
Yep.
frame. Go get a cot. Go sleep on it. Sleep on the floor for crying out loud. You got concrete? Sleep on that fucking floor.
Make yourself uncomfortable until you are comfortable, and then that is when true success will fall into your lap.
And don't tell nobody what you're doing. Unless they want what you want in your life and they're willing to go through the dirt with you, don't tell nobody nothing. Because at some point, you're going to find people. I got these two lovely gentlemen here. You're going to find people, they're going to want the same shit you want. They're going to want to help other people just like you do. They're going to want to change the circumstances of your life, your bloodline, past, present, and future. Think about that.
I really want to get into the depths of your military experience, especially your basic training. What did that change in your mind? I know you were ready for it. I know it was less hard than it was for you than many other people, but what did you gain from that?
I gained teamwork. I gained discipline. I gained the importance of taking care of your temple. So my body, I believe our bodies are temples and we must nurture them. We must make sure we're getting rest. We must make sure we're getting proper exercise, diet, nutrition, you name it. We must make sure we're taking care of ourselves. I also learned that your body has limits. I passed out, unfortunately, twice in basic training because I pushed my body to the absolute limits and I didn't care because the way I treated my body was, imagine we're in war or conflict and my right-hand man or my kid or my mom or my girl, you imagine they're caught in a crossfire and I gotta pull them out. I'm gonna risk my body to make sure they're safe, sound, and if that means I die, I die. What am I gonna do about that? Nothing.
Yeah.
I did the right thing.
Incredible.
That's a great mindset to have. We all must have that mindset and share that mentality because we are in a spiritual war, like we said. You might not be able to see the war, especially if you're an average person, but the war is there. It exists.
It's very hard because, going off what he says, what if an actual war does occur? You know,
What are you gonna
people think war is just a fantasy, a hoax. War's been around forever. In fact, in this generation, we haven't seen war, especially in the United States, for a long time.
Hang on. What about this? The U.S. has never been invaded, ever. On what? A Revolutionary War in...
Going back to what we were talking about, what happens, I personally think it's going to be nuclear. But what happens if the United States is invaded? Who's ready for that?
Those that are ready are those that are prepped. Those that believe in our country's past. Because think about it, it's the Second Amendment.
Yep, we have rights.
One of the greatest amendments that was ever made.
Fact.
And the reason why we have it is, one, to protect ourselves from a dictatorial government, which we're experiencing right now. And those that are blind to it, wake the fuck up. Because, wake the fuck up. That's where we're at right now. Wake the fuck up.
We know who's really in charge. We know they're working behind the scenes. Well, we do, but do you? Are you awake or are you a sheep? Are you content in the herd? Because, like we said before, we know, you can play your video games. You can go on TikTok right when you wake up. You can make your hot chocolate and your coffees in the morning.
Yeah.
But what is that going to do for you? What is that going to get to you?
How many of you are investing right now? How many of you are saying, okay, I have a plan which will have me a house in a couple of years. I'll have a house paid off, cash. None of you. Oh, very small amount of you, I bet. But the fact is, you can't even fend off for yourself. How are you going to help other people if you can't even survive?
You got that right. You got that right, guys. And those that will survive are those that are prepped, those that are staying in the loop, those that are not listening to the bullshit news media and what they're talking about, because it's all a sham. I would probably believe 5% of what comes out of their mouth. The weather, that's the only thing I would trust that they're saying. The weather.
And they get that wrong, too. They can't even get that right. That's true, though.
But the real news is not being reported. It's not. Think about what happened with Joseph Epstein. And what was her name?
The woman.
The woman.
Well, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
But
about.
she had the list, and they had the trial, and that wasn't being broadcast. You know what was talked about? Oh, Elaine Maxwell. That's the name.
Yeah,
Look her
Elaine
up.
Maxwell. There you are.
Or who else? Alex Jones. The case with the school shootings and how he believed it wasn't real. Like there's a lot of
other people we won't even mention because, of course, they don't like that. And you know who those people are most likely.
Yeah.
We all do.
These cases were taking place, and you know what was talked about? Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. What was the other one? There was another one that was taken. I think that was the one because that lasted
a long
2
time.
months.
Long
Bro,
time, yeah.
people were watching that as a TV show. They were grabbing their popcorn
Yeah,
for that while
and-
all of this stuff happened behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
And now they're making a documentary about it too.
it's just
And the worst part of it all, you know what it is you feed into the news what they're telling you, and you're so blind that you forget where am I going. You're just watching that shit, and you think, oh wow, look at what they're doing, and then all this stuff is happening in the economy. They're raising the interest rates. Do you know that the interest rate has gone from 0% to 5.5%? Do you understand what that means? That means you cannot any longer purchase a house on loan unless you're willing to work your ass off.
Yeah.
Before you could purchase it for 2% loan.
Even
1%.
then, they're saying we're not going to see 2-3%
Inflation.
in a long time.
This country will crumble because the average wage job was $8 to $9 an hour 3-4 years ago.
And you can
Trump-
live off that.
What a great guy. I'm gonna say what a great guy. I would shake the man's hand and thank him.
Hispanics for Trump, by the way.
Yes.
Go on.
And now the average minimum wage job is like 14.
Well,
So-
Kia, that's not worth anything. The
It's
money
not-
a
it's
minimum wage worker makes amounts to zero.
You can't live
It
off
really
that.
it
You
is.
can't live
Amounts
off
to zero.
it. Back in the day, you were able to live off $7.25 an hour. Back then, you can't live off it no more. And for those that want to raise minimum wage, you're dumb as fuck.
Dumb as fuck.
Because you know what that means when they raise minimum wage? Food is going to go up. God, look at what we're living with right now. You're getting paid, what, $15 an hour?
Yeah,
as a
I'll say
new
that's
standard?
the
Can you
average.
live off that? Nah, you can't. Interest rates are up. Food is up. Gas is up.
Rent?
I miss $2. $2 a gallon of gas. Man.
Oh yeah, I did
I really
too.
do. I fill up my truck for $40. Now it's like $90 to fill that bitch up.
Guys, we're laughing at this, but there are career McDonald's workers, fast food restaurant workers. It's just a sad sight to see. I hate to see somebody work, bro. They're sad.
Yes.
Like, I feel bad for them. I have empathy for those people. But we cannot let them hinder us from achieving our goals. We know what we must do.
The case.
The case?
The
folks.
case.
The case. It's here for a reason, and it will always be here. You can try to take it from us, but you
I'll
won't,
find you.
you won't succeed.
I'll find you.
You don't understand what the case means. The case has unlimited, well not unlimited, but incredible amount of secrets in it. There's so many secrets we have, and that is how we're going to attack the Matrix. They will try to figure out what's in it. But it's a briefcase.
Keep commenting on our posts. The briefcase is not empty. You're a fool if you think that case is empty.
It's
it
not.
houses our lives.
It's not empty. I held it. It's not.
It's heavy. It's heavy.
It's a nice heavy duty briefcase.
Well, I want to get on to, we've spoken about, the war that's going on, the spiritual warfare. We've spoken about the NPC mindset. Now let's focus on something completely different that I don't even want to talk about, but we will talk about the problems that are going on in the United States. Transgenderism being one of them.
I think in regards to that topic, it's important to know that it's like, you ever heard the phrase, first they take an inch, then they take a mile?
Yes.
Exactly.
We're experiencing that right now. And it's not like in the 80s when the idea of being gay, lesbian, homosexual, became bisexual, when that became a thing. Where it was different, things were peaceful, protests were peaceful. They weren't cramming it down our throats. They didn't want us They didn't take away our freedom of speech back then.
Yep.
They just protest, they talked, they communicated, very peaceful. Right now, we're in a position where they are trying to cram it down our throats, especially politicians. I'm sure you guys have seen that now. Look at California. They're having these ridiculous parades where, look it up if you don't believe me. I've seen the footage myself where they're saying in these parades, we are coming out for your children.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard that or seen it.
I've seen it.
But they have said they are coming for your children. And now, finally,
it's not funny.
The Christian
but it's
faith.
sad, actually.
Those that believe, those that are believers, followers of God, followers of Jesus, they're finally standing up. We are coming after Target. Their shares plummeted like crazy. Look
It's
at
all
Bud
their
Light.
plan. They knew it would plummet from all
Yes.
along. They'll just print more money and pump it up. But what really matters is this. They will infiltrate the school system.
They're doing it right now before our eyes.
It's already happened.
And it's already happened.
happened.
And they will brainwash children who don't even know what 5 times 3 is. They don't even know what it is.
Here's another
But
thing.
they'll give them the ability to know their own gender when they don't even know 5 times 3.
Here's another thing. If we look at it from a deeper aspect, there are 3 companies in America that own 89% of the S&P 500.
What are they? Let's go.
BlackRock.
BlackRock, I know is one.
Vanguard.
Yes.
I don't remember the other one.
BlackRock, Vanguard. Could it be? Could it?
No.
No.
Yeah, they're linked somehow, though. They're linked
Could it
somehow.
Probably owned by them.
Could it be Goldman Sachs by any
No,
chance?
it's not.
No. So we know it's BlackRock. We know it's Vanguard, and the other ones.
I think it starts with an S too. I think it starts with an S.
Probably Rockefeller.
No. Interesting topic about them. I have a whole speech about him too. I had a presentation about the guy.
Really?
And I was finding out more stuff digging through.
So what happened with the Rockefeller folks? I know they have zero
The
idea
lineage
what's happening.
goes on. The lineage goes on.
Hang on.
What happened with the Rockefeller?
Here.
He'll always bring that up.
Mind
The Rockefeller.
blown. Hang on. My mind blew when I found this out.
Drink for that.
Ouch.
Oh, okay. I guess we're all doing it.
Can you pass me another one? Thank you, good sir.
So the Rockefellers, Andrew Rockefeller, John D. Rockefeller,
Yes.
founder of Standard Oil, one of the greatest entrepreneurs this country has ever seen. He founded the education system, and they probably still run it today. And you know what? They're running the education system like a factory.
Yep. Really are.
We're in a position where they don't want anybody to be independent thinkers. They don't want people to be entrepreneurs like us. They want people to follow the system, obey the law. So
They only
we
want
do
you to have
their
a,
agenda.
They only want you to have a
do their
briefcase
agenda.
if you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
And not only that, they give you benefits for being part of the herd.
Yeah.
They give you many. As a student, they give you so many benefits. They don't
You can
care.
take the bus for free as a
Exactly.
student.
They don't care why you're a student. They care that you are a student.
Because you're following that agenda and you're following the process.
The orders.
Another thing too that they founded, nothing against women. I think women should be respected, protected, and honored.
100%. I agree.
I believe that. I 100% believe that. But look at the stuff we're dealing with right now. The whole feminist movement. And the worst thing you could be right now is a white, straight American.
Unfortunately. There he is.
And if you're not a minority, you're not gonna be targeted.
Oh, yes, yes.
Don't worry, guys.
Beard.
I don't need empathy. I can handle myself.
I believe he can too. We got a strong gentleman right here. But going back to that is they founded the feminist movement. They wanted, think about what happened with the feminist movement. They wanted women to become independent, to not rely on man, and it's nothing against relying on man. They wanted women to leave the household, to do their own thing, basically. The phrase now coming out, bad bitches. They wanted women to become bad bitches, to do their own thing, not rely on man, do whatever the hell they want, and please.
What they really wanted is for the transmission of the car to become the engine and for the engine to become the transmission.
Got that right. But look at what happened after that took place. They wanted the economy to double.
Yep.
They wanted more money to come into the system. The government grew substantially because of all that extra money coming in because women decided to get a job. And it's not even about, you guys can work, you guys can do whatever you want. But it's just the principle. And
I'm going to attack the Matrix right now.
Go do it.
I'm going to attack it.
Full send.
They didn't even want the briefcase. They won't have it, but they'll maybe have our account. Fine, you can have that.
They can't have
but
it
you know
either.
what you won't have?
Buy silver and gold, guys.
You won't
Buy
have the
silver and
children
gold.
of this country, especially the unborn. Now you're passing with this feminist movement, an abortion movement, to not even give a chance to, you don't even believe in God, sure. You might even hate God, sure. But you're not even going to give a chance to a life of a human that could become as powerful as Elon Musk. Think about how many Elon Musks have died through abortion. Many.
Exactly. And we're giving these rights. Well, not they have the right, obviously. We have no choice but to let them have the right. But these women are in the clubs shaking their booties.
And it's going to draw the wrong attention.
And in 3 weeks, they're having an abortion. And they're saying, I'll tell you something.
They're making a decision.
That's what they say. Men ain't shit.
Exactly.
I'll tell you something.
Drunk in a club.
Men went to war for you to be able to do what you're doing. All the bullshit you're doing in the club. Men died at Pearl Harbor. Men died at D-Day. And what are you doing? You don't give a shit. You're killing a baby that would have served in the same armed forces that served at Pearl Harbor and D-Day, and you don't care.
Well, because they don't want anything to come in between them and their personal goals of going to clubs.
I guess,
and
yeah, you're right. That's a very important goal.
Yeah, you can party all you want, but just make sure that if you're going to have a kid, give him the opportunity.
Really?
Give him the
Even
opportunity.
if you adopt the child, give them the
It's
opportunity.
not even that. It's not even about that. I think it's important that if you want to have a kid, make sure you do it with the right individual. Make sure you're with somebody that is going to take care of you. Make sure you have someone that's willing to die for you, take a bullet for you.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you have, ultimately, the right people around you. Because unfortunately, we're in a position where, especially now, women don't like nice guys. They don't like kind men.
Have they ever?
Yes.
Back then, yes.
Back then?
Back then, and it's not the same anymore. We're in a position where, like, if you're not an asshole, or if you don't have money, you're not interested.
If you won't cheat on your girlfriend, you don't have a chance. That's what we're basically saying.
But little do you realize, like, women have, you guys, women, speaking to you women right now, you guys have so much more power than you think.
Of course.
It is crazy how you could build a man to become a conqueror, a king, whatever you want him to be. He will do it for you
100%.
if you build him. And you also have the power to tear him down and absolutely destroy him.
You don't understand. Everything a man does is because
Of you. It's for
of
you. It's for you.
But listen, they know they have power, but like everybody,
using
not
it.
just women, they want more
No.
power. Everybody wants more and more power. But can you stay level-headed? The briefcase is like the ring from Lord of the Rings. But we're not fiending for it right now. It's here. It's for all three of us. We share the briefcase. We're not being selfish. It's for everybody in our society. So that's why, if you're given an opportunity to join our society, take it wisely. Don't take it for
I don't
granted.
think many people are going to be offered it.
No, not many. But one person out there right now that will see this.
Reach out.
They
Don't
may
be a
be-
punk. Don't
maybe-
be afraid.
Maybe.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
But moving on.
Moving on, I want to actually, while no one's watching, open the briefcase.
Take out a slip of paper to prove to them. This is a once in a
I
lifetime.
don't care about that shit so much.
Prove to them.
Oh, I see paper.
Hey, maybe I should take this and hide it better. I don't want them to see.
Yo, he said I see paper.
Should I?
Hey guys, that's a nice quality briefcase, bro.
Thank you so much.
It's an antique.
What should we give him? Oh, what is this? Alright. I don't want you to spoil too much. This is only one out of many, but
Shall I read it?
I think you can give a little bit of hints. Don't read it.
You could paraphrase.
Will do.
The Green Book, John, our book. By the way, the Banter Bible is coming out pretty soon. Make sure you
Thank
purchase
you.
it.
I see the book actually.
Sure.
Right now I'm on the first chapter, but it's a great read. Here, you can have it back.
Our book, The Banter Bible, will cover a lot of things that we have discussed today, but more.
So as he's reading, we just have a lot of stuff going on. The recruitment process is ongoing, as is the investigation of John Fetterman and the PPL.
Oh my gosh, don't even bring that
Whoa,
up.
whoa! I gotta hear about this. Sorry for the.
Well, John Fetterman is making deals with entities he should not even be in contact with. He's on the phone actively with people he should not even know about from other countries, other districts, and other states.
Wow.
He's not staying in his own lane.
As much as 2.5 months.
That sounds like
For a child.
Brandon.
For a child.
Brandon.
2.5 months for a child to be aborted. Not even 3. That's crazy.
So what do you think?
I think this is a good read.
That's a good man, by the way. We spoke to him numerous times about
Really?
math and derivatives.
Yes, I don't want to give too much.
You see, the chase, they're after us. They want to confiscate everything we own, everything we have, everything we think about, everything we dream about.
They want control.
Exactly. They don't want us to be free. We've said it many
Watch
times.
the movie The Matrix. It'll amaze you.
Especially the first one.
Yes, because the creators of The Matrix, they created a movie because that's where they believe we're heading right now. And if you don't think we are, wake the fuck up and get off your ass. Get out from being under that rock.
All right, so here's a question out of the blue. Is the end of times near?
Absolutely. Look at the Euphrates River. That is biblical.
I'm gonna leave that, guys, for you guys.
That's
Explain
biblical. It is drying up. And you know what it said? It said, what is it? 2/3 of the global population is going to perish when it dries up.
Yep.
Wake up, y'all.
But it's like, what are we doing though? We know you can't deny the end of
I actually
times
think
is
they
near.
perished already in spirit.
But what are we doing with our time?
Wow,
though?
that's an interesting way to look at that.
I really
I
believe that.
never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
True.
Wow. You
But
blew my
guys,
mind.
We're playing Fortnite. You guys are playing Fortnite in COD Warzone. The end is coming.
The last time I played Call of Duty, I was fucking 14 years old.
I'll admit it, it's a fun game, but the end is coming. What if zombies are coming? The
What if-
apocalypse. It says it in the Bible.
Look at it like this. You have the ability to save everyone around you, or at least make an attempt to. For example, my friends, my family, my loved ones, your enemy, my enemy, or random people. I don't think anybody deserves to go to hell. Nobody. I physically can't hate anybody. I don't care what you do to me. I don't care what you say to me. I physically am not able to hate anybody because I look at myself, I look at what I've done, I look at those that I've hurt, and if those that I've hurt don't hate me, why should I hate someone else then? If I'm still giving a chance, if I'm still breathing, I'm alive, I'm still loved by my friends, my family, my loved ones, and random people, why should I hate someone else if I'm not hated myself?
It's true.
Especially for everything that I've done. Wrong as a man.
It's impossible not to commit sin. It's impossible not to do people wrong. But you can make it up to them, and most importantly, forgive yourself. Because if you can't forgive yourself, you'll never be able to move on. You'll
You got
never
that
be
right.
able to reach that next step. It's not possible. You have to forgive yourself. Let it go. Let go of the guilt and become a new man or a new woman.
At some point, you're going to have to say, this is the end. I will change and I will work towards it, but that's not enough. You're going to have to put in the work, but that's not enough. You're going to have to maintain the vision through all the failures you will encounter, but that's not enough. You will have to accomplish finally and stand on that mountain. When you're climbing a mountain, it's not finished until you're on the peak. When you're on the peak, that's when you will look down and say, I accomplished it. Just like a game, a basketball game, a football game is never accomplished or won until you win, until that buzzer beater goes off, or until the clock is finished, or until the points are reached that you must get to.
But let's talk about the nature of winning in a board game, a sport, a video game. Why do people crave so much to win?
Some people just hate losing.
Is it as simple as that?
No. So I'm gonna bring up a topic. You guys never knew this about me, but in regards to this fitness club that I was a part of in high school, I had ranked individually first in the country.
Okay.
Individually. And in the beginning, I was nowhere near that caliber.
Okay.
I fell in love, first of all, I fell in love with the club. I fell in love with the sport. I fell in love with those around me. And I saw what winning meant. I saw what it did. I saw how you feel. I saw how I felt after I realized what winning did for me. And it wasn't even about winning. It was more like I did it. I accomplished something. I did something great. I did something not everybody's capable of. And I'm sure everybody loves that feeling. I don't think anybody hates losing. I don't think nobody does. There's always some form of competition anywhere. Chess, checkers,
You play chess?
tennis. Hell yeah, I do.
E4.
E3.
I'll definitely
Checkmate.
play chess.
That's crazy.
But
Yeah,
there's
sure.
always some form of competition. Who can drink the most? Think about it. Anything. Who plays the best ping pong? Who's the best at cup pong? In regards to sex, who will last the longest? There's a competition for everything,
Yeah.
and nobody likes to lose.
We all want to be winners. It's what makes us who we are. We don't want to lose. You don't want to be on the bottom of the standings. In Modern Warfare 2, you're on the bottom of the standings.
Your ass.
You're getting
Your
roasted.
ass.
You're getting roasted. He's booty. He's ass.
Even those that think you want to lose, you don't. You've sold yourself the lie. The Matrix has been able to deceive you. And the most important part about it all is we are ending on that note. Don't lose. Win. Change your life. And drink like we drink, but don't throw up.
Don't fall into the TikTok algorithm.
Remember this. Second place is the first loser. And losers focus on winners.
It was a great night. You drank a little bit too much tonight, I'll tell you that.